Hello, me hearties. A very, very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McCLUE. Welcome to our Saturday Night Live, the internet phone-in, the big one, hashtag FloatI, the first lord of the internet. 1 hour of superb, scintillating information, education, and entertainment for not just one nation, but for every nation. And a very, very warm welcome to you. Make sure you tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 about Scottie McCLUE Live just for you. Share and share and share the broadcast. Dinky do, Scottie, how are we? Kareem, how fantastic to have you with us tonight, and a very, very warm welcome to you. Tremendous that you could enjoy and join us tonight. It really is great. It's wonderful. And thank you for that. Dinky do, Scottie. Yes, indeed. And there's Kareem. Dinky do, Scottie McCLUE, and everyone. Kareem, you are something of a master of the technical side. There's wonderful Peter Dale Nevins. Peter, I didn't get to say hi and thank you to you for joining us before, but a very, very good evening to you. Tremendous to have you with us. Can you say hello to my friend Harry M? Yes, I can, Mags. We can say hello to Harry. Fantastic. Very, very glad that you could join us. Hey, dinky doo, babes. Fantastic. Lovely to have you all with us. Now, I've opened the lines for the chit-chat tonight. We have so much to discuss, particularly with the Queen's 70th Jubilee. Fantastic. I mean, absolutely amazing. I know that she has missed out on a little bit of it, but it's just been incredible. And I hope you've been joining us. Now then, let's see who's on the telephones. You're live on Scottie's Phone In. Who's that? Hello, good evening. You're live on Scottie's Phone In.
It's Kareem, Scottie. How you doing?
Kareem, brilliant. Well done for getting through. A very happy hello from the Isle of Man, from Dodsey. That's amazing. How are things tonight, Kareem?
Very well. I'm just up at Cathkin Braes, Fairbury Meadows, just walking the dogs.
Wow.
It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful.
I was there this time last year, I think it would be, Kareem. The views are outstanding. It was an evening like tonight, and it is just perfect. Absolutely perfect. I've only been up there about 2 times in my life. It's quite a trek to get up there, you know, and but wow, is it impressive.
Yes, it's lovely. The views of the city, you can see everything. You can see in the horizon the sleeping giant, as they call it. Absolutely fantastic.
Wonderful. And I had, now what's the sleeping giant? Is that what's also known as the Hwangi?
Well, if you picture yourself in, let's say, Bishop Briggs, but it looks like it's...
Hello?
Scottie.
Yes, I missed you there, actually. You were dropping in and out.
Hello?
Hello? We're dropping in and out, I think.
Sorry, there's a double echo there. No, all I've always known it as a sleeping giant, so it could be the same thing, Scottie.
Right, the Hwangi. If you look over towards Stirlingshire to your left, you see this hump.
Yes.
Yes, that's it. The sleeping giant, or the Hwangi, I think. That's amazing. Fantastic, Kareem. Outstanding. The time I was up there, it was a friend that said, have you never seen the Gleniffer Braes? And he's a great aircraft spotter, and he had an app and was telling me what every flight was doing.
Fantastic.
Incredible. We could see right across to the airport, the whole lot.
Excellent. Scottie, there's a double echo. I can hear you speaking again in the background. I don't know if it's my...
I wonder if that's your equipment, Kareem, if it's something clever about your equipment. You know?
It's weird. But, no, Scottie, just a wee word. I've been speaking quite a lot about certain things to do with independence. And I know it might sound that I'm repeating myself at times, but I do think the build to the referendum is so important that we get our message across. Something I angered me earlier on today, Scottie, about, it was in the papers, and it says taxpayers about when it could be going to feed the homeless. And I thought, well, it might not be being used as much up here as it could be, because not many people, I think, from what I've been reading, are celebrating. But down south, the money's been spent well across all of England. You can see what's happening there.
Yes, it's all going back into the economy. There's no money wasted for the Queen's Jubilee. So these people who think that need to get their act together. I had to do a little video this morning, Kareem. I don't know if you've seen it yet. It's on TikTok, and it should be up on YouTube as a short. The YouTube shorts are excellent. And what was amazing was this woman being interviewed in telly, and she was going, I just don't get it. I don't get it. What is it with these people? Completely missing the point. Monarchy is nothing to do with individuals. It's to do with the fact that whoever is the monarch, in this case Queen Elizabeth, Her Majesty the Queen, is the curator and custodian of the crown. There's nothing archaic about it. There is nothing, it's not actually costing us. As you know, the security and everything comes to just about a packet of crisps. So all that rubbish that's being talked and all that vitriol that gets aimed at individuals is just nonsense.
When they were talking about, it's as if it's that small minority group that are trying to stir up trouble. If you calculate 100 million to the poverty, that's still not even touching the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it wouldn't make any difference. Somebody once said the poor will always be with us. And they always will do, and even if you had no monarchy, no politicians, nothing, the place would just run into poverty.
Well, can you name one country in the world, Scottie, that has eradicated poverty?
No, absolutely none. Absolutely none. There are very wealthy countries in the world.
We can do so much. We can mitigate, etc., and have benefits. But there's only so much you can do. There is always going to be some form of poverty within society, sadly.
Well, let me give you an example. There's no monarchy in the bulk of Africa, and there's no monarchy in the bulk of India. Have they got any poverty in these continents? That's the question I would direct at these people and let them just lie there and have a think for a moment, because that's what people are needing to do. And aiming vitriol at the Queen, at her family, whatever kind of characters people think, whatever opinions people have got, it makes absolutely zero difference.
Yeah.
Zero difference, because the crown has to endure in the same way the Stars and Stripes has to endure.
Yeah. Well, what I've been doing, I've been really adding that video of you explaining absolutely everything to a lot of the Facebook feeds, just to educate at the end of the day.
Well, Kareem, please pass round that one this morning. Please pass the one from this morning round. You'll see it either on YouTube or TikTok, and it's just I pop up with the Glengarry on, and I explain what you and I have just talked about.
Yeah. Scottie, the F's gone now. I think I've found the problem.
Fantastic. Lovely. Kareem, have a lovely walk. Lovely to hear you, and we will catch up soon.
Thank you, Scottie. I'll be listening in the car the way home.
Thank you, Dula. Many blessings. See you now. Thanks, Kareem. Fantastic. What a great call. Always a great call. Always a privilege, never a chore. I'm from Lesotho. We have a monarch. It's the Kingdom of Lesotho. Lovely to hear that. Thank you. Share and share and share. A Burnley supporter, 100%, Scottie. When you love something or something so much, when you love someone or something so much, you have to let it go, says Lenny. I don't know what he means by that. So there we are, LWGRM. I'm not going to say hi to your friend because you don't have a friend called that, and you need to grow up. Dodsey from the Isle of Man has very kindly sent a gift box, and Dodsey, you've just become a #1 viewer. Guys, can everybody get sharing this? Dinky do. Hey mate, great live and hat. Jay Carson, I thank you. Plenty of poverty though, says RT in Lesotho. Yes, indeed, there is poverty everywhere, and certainly attacking Queen Elizabeth for that would make zero difference. These people need to grow up, I say. Dinky-doo, hello, Scottie McCLUE. Good evening, Scottie. Dinky-doo, Scottie, says Professor Numpty Heat. Good evening, Scottie, says the wonderful Susan. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Hello, Scottie. I thought you might have been watching the Jubilee concert on TV. Well, Gordon, I have been, but I came away to do the live because that's very important. But we can discuss what's going on. Scottie, you should have been performing at the Jubilee concert. Robert, I think you're 100% correct. I could have sung a song or told a joke. What would Scottie do at the concert, says Streaky Bacon? I might have sung. I might have sung God Save the Queen. I might have sung Flower of Scotland. And it would be for the Queen. She is the flower of Scotland. Absolutely. David and John, Dinky-doo, the concert's really good. Great. Singing London is jumping. Wonderful. Play God Save the Queen of the squeeze box. Robert, quite right, but I don't have the squeeze box with me, believe it or not. Epic Jamie says, Streaky. Shut up, Streaky. Good one. How dare you, says Streaky. Good call as usual from Kareem. Susan, Kareem is an outstanding caller, and it's interesting, the jealousy that gets aimed at him. Lesotho is pronounced Lesotho. Lesotho. The THR, hang on a second, pronounced as individual letters. Lesotho. Right, I've got it here, not Lesotho, as we would say in Scotland. Lesotho. I've got you. Thank you, J.D. Donnelly. Up, my friend Ira, says Virgin. Ira, Dinky-doo, if you're watching. Lovely to have you with us. You can't beat it. Abolish the monarchy, says Adam. Adam, are you completely and utterly round the twist, dear boy? Why on earth would you ever abolish the monarchy? There is no case for abolition of the monarchy. There never has been, and there never will be. There we are. All right, Dinky-doo. How are you tonight, Scottie? Joe, lovely that you could come and join us. We're outstanding tonight. Love to all the TikTokers, the YouTubers. I hope some of you will watch on Twitch tonight at Scottie_McCLUE. If you've got a Twitch account, get onto that. The monarchy is the something of Britain. You're absolutely talking nonsense, Virgin. Right, ha-ha. There we are. Get it right up, you a Tory, says Adam. Adam, don't be ridiculous. Everybody knows Scottie McCLUE is 100% for the people. Stop showing your ignorance. There we are. Dinky-doo, Dinky-doo. Has Britain never had a communist MP? Yes, I think it has, actually. I'm trying to think. Our communist MP. Now, who have we had as a communist MP? I think we probably have, yes. I'm sure, well, maybe clearly they've kind of disguised themselves under the Labour umbrella, you know? So there we are. Virgin is saying up the, what's this one? The Royal Artillery. Fantastic. You don't need the I, it's just the R-A, Virgin. Royal Artillery, a very fine British regiment. Are you an officer in the Royal Artillery? Rubbish. Scottie is my friend. Streaky Bacon. Dinky-doo from Zaf. Lovely to have you with us, Zafar. No, you have a history of dishonouring Scottie, says Jamie. Quite right. Scottie is the best and the only lord of the internet. This, of course, is true. Fantastic stuff. Now, there we are. Now, don't start all that lefty stuff on here, Virgin. Fantastic. You could maybe do with the monarchy back. I think you're missing the monarchy. I think that's your problem, Virgin. There we are. Fantastic. Thank you, Jamie. That's very much appreciated. Sorry, you were cut off when talking about the Communist MP. Cornelio, yes, they might have that. Because I noticed the SOCIALIST word gets cut out as well. So maybe the COMMUNIST gets cut out as well. So maybe if we just said a commie. There we are. There's John talking about a political party called the UKIP, the United Kingdom Independence Party. Well, I mean, that's probably had its day, hasn't it? Because the United Kingdom has had its day. It's going to fragment due to Brexit. That's what's going to happen there. Scottie, the phone line's open. Yes, they are, Jamie. Fantastic. You want to phone in? Feel free to do so, and we will have a chit-chat with you. That's what it's all about, I say. Not a problem. Keith has just joined us. Dinky do, Keith. Lovely having you with us, and welcome. Okay, says Jamie. So give us a call, Jamie, and give us some of your wisdom. I know Mosley had Nazi beliefs, but not com. Oh no, Mosley was not a com. I remember once asking my mother about Mosley, and she said, I said, what was he like? She said, oh, he was a perfect nuisance. A perfect nuisance. There we are. Nigel. Yes, indeed, John, we've heard of Nigel, but I haven't heard very much about the UKIP party, I have to say. Who's the last British monarch, Scottie, not to grant royal assent to a bill? The last British monarch not to grant royal assent to a bill. I'm wondering if that might have been King George V, because you see, although we put an end to absolute monarchy and brought in constitutional monarchy, so in other words, you know, that was the start of democracy, effectively. So we have to thank the monarchy for our democracy. And 1688, the Glorious Revolution, the coming of William and Mary. There we are. Now, William was a dreadful, dreadful character in his personal life. But he was asked to come over from Orange, the Orange County in Holland. So there we are. So that was William and Mary. And of course, Mary was the daughter of James II, I think. So she was a Scot. Fantastic stuff. So that was the start of your constitutional monarchy. But the monarch was very, very involved. I can remember when there were problems with Ireland in the 1920s, and they said, we really want to wait until King George returns to ask him about this. So the monarch was far more involved in those days than they are now. Chasing 28, Smith, hello and good evening. There we are, Dinky Doo. Thanks, Blantyre, for a celebration, a fantastic football festival. Thanks, Scottie. Gary, not at all. Lovely to have you with us. Gear Doch in the 2014s. Back at it. Blessed be the Lord for another day. Vanilla Fire, Dinky Day. Fort William was named after William of Orange. Yes, and Fort George, where my father went at the start of the war, was named after King George. So you're right, Fort William. But there was also a very bad William called the King's brother, William, Duke of Cumberland, at Culloden. Well, on my way home, Goodwin Kareem, will maybe get a bit more chat. Robert Scrimger, it was Queen Anne, Scottie, in 1708. The year after the Union of the Parliaments, a Scottish militia bill. She feared the Scots would be treacherous because a Jacobite force was about to invade. Well, Robert, it's very interesting. I mean, Queen Anne was a Stuart, obviously, the last of the Stuarts. But I think what should have happened there, Bonnie Prince Charlie should have kept going. Had he done so, they were put off by Duff intelligence, by the double bluff. Now, had Bonnie Prince Charlie kept going, gone south of Derby on to London, he would have won the day. And you would have Charles Edward Stuart on the throne of both Scotland and England. And Ireland. Amazing. Ireland as well. Campbelltown was named after the cheese. There we are. No, I think Campbelltown was named after the Campbells. Who have we got here? You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, Sophie.
Hello, how are you getting on, Jamie?
I am doing good. I was going to ask you one question.
Yes, Dinky Doo, welcome.
It's a bit of a political question, but
Go
do
on.
you think Brexit was a good idea all the way back then?
Brexit was the biggest act of self-harm since the First World War. It's been an absolute disaster. I predicted in 2016, 6 years ago, that Brexit would lead to economic annihilation and political fragmentation of the United Kingdom. And I think the two of these things are on the stocks as we speak.
Yes, I mean, you are a very good predictor then, because you predicted it correctly.
Yes, well, I mean, we've said what was going to happen, Jamie, and it has happened. I think people need to start listening to Scottie McCLUE big time.
I mean, everyone's listening to Scottie McCLUE, I think.
Yes, I think they certainly should. And Jamie, thank you for all your wisdom and for your support.
Yes.
Yes, and Dinky Doo.
Oh, Dinky, do you obviously every day?
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. I salute you. There we are. That's Jamie, and excellent stuff. You have to remember, Scottie, Charles declared himself an Englishman in one of his manifestos. And yes, but for the Dudley Bradstreet in Derby, he would have gone on to London. Absolutely, Robert. 100% quality chat. Wonderful, guys. If you want to ring us up, 01416289795. You're watching Scottie McCLUE, the first lord of the internet, #FloTie, all in uppercase. And this is the internet phone-in every Saturday night, 9 o'clock sharp, GW, WP, God willing, weather permitting. And we've been up for 22 minutes as we speak right now. We're only here for 1 hour of superb, scintillating information, education, and entertainment, not for just one nation, but for every nation. Get watching all the Scottie McCLUE videos. Never, ever, ever be put off by some of the YouTube videos being an hour, 2 hours. Put them on. Listen to 10 seconds. Listen to a minute. Listen to 5 minutes. Put them on in the background, and you will get entertained and informed and educated. These are important things. Scottie, I'm 40 and listened to your fantastic podcast with Wee Fat Bob and the Dinky Doo was the warrior. Back in the day, Gary, you're 100% correct. Who was the first black superstar in Hollywood? Oh, a streaky bacon. You are talking. Sidney Poitier is up there with them. But I think there was probably a great many. What about Paul Robeson? There's another absolute cracker of a guy. Do you agree with Scottish independence? Well, I think Scotland would do very well economically if it was self-governing 100% and hanging on to every penny of its income and deciding if we wanted to make some kind of donation to Westminster or were required to pay anything to Westminster. There we are. Dinky Doo. Now then. Good evening, Scottie from the West Midlands. Sorry, Caps, losing my vision. Roy, you're very welcome to have Caps on here. We don't mind. Fort William was named after William of Orange. It was indeed. There we are. I lick wooden spoons, this chap calls himself. Back at it. Blessed be the Lord for another day. Back at you, Vanilla Fire. I am the way, the truth, and the life, saith the Lord. He that believeth in me shall not die, but shall have eternal life. Fantastic. Georgia, the state also. Yes, while we were marching through Georgia. That's the stuff. Now, here we go. Chris Davis, don't be silly. I learned the saying, origins the other day, very sinister. Yes, Culalio, because it was a dreadful murder, wasn't it? The only good William was Wallace. Well, we've got a wonderful William now. So there we are. So that should make up for the baddies. Streaky says it was Mickey Mouse. Good evening, Scottie. Dinky Doo. Scottie, why aren't you performing at Buckingham Palace tonight? Well, I wasn't invited. which I find really strange, even to do a bit of emceeing. Ladies and gentlemen, the first lord of the internet, Scottie McCLUE. Tremendous stuff. That would have been on at Buckingham Palace. King John was a bad one. So was Richard the Lionheart. Yes, but I'll tell you the good thing about King John was, did he not bring in the Magna Carta, the Great Charter? In what was it, 1214? Something like that. Did you do? Yes, I should be performing at Buckingham Palace tonight, but I'm right across the internet. So that's actually bigger, if you think about it. Fantastic. There's not Jace saying, what are your pronouns, Jace? We never, ever, ever touch pronouns on here because they're actually divisive. What you're saying is, Scottie, can I divide you and label you? Now, why would a modern society ever want to do that to human beings? So we don't really do the pronouns, I have to say to you. Sorry about that, Jace. Scottie, dinky doo to you. Good evening, Scottie, from the wonderful Kenneth Clark. Good evening, Kenneth. I'm so glad you could join us tonight. Now, that's excellent. George Washington was a true patriot. Yeah, but I mean, George only became the president because Bonnie Prince Charlie turned down the throne of America. You see, the Americans had the monarchy, but they didn't want the Hanoverians. And did you do to you? CR, did you do to you, sir? Have you seen the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson? Your thoughts? Yes, I liked it. I liked The Patriot. I thought it was excellent stuff. Guys, could you get sharing, please? Every single human being, right-thinking human being with an internet connection should be watching Scottie McCLUE even at the same time as the Buckingham Palace concert, because we can all multitask nowadays. So there we are. So get sharing this live stream, this broadcast, as soon as you can. Sydney was the first to win an Oscar, wasn't he? Cornelio, I think you're 100% correct. Yes, indeed, the first black actor. And what an ambassador. These guys at the last Oscars, you know, they couldn't undo the work of Sidney Poitier, but Sidney would have been spinning at what these guys were getting up to and how bad that was for the whole image of black people in Hollywood. That's what I would say. Good evening, Scottie. Dinky do. Yes, Scottie, fantastic. There we are. I am Rollo from Hamburg. Rollo. Yes, nicht Deutsch sprechen. Ich bin ein Ausländer. Nicht verstehen. Danke. Guten eben. Fantastic. Now then, how are you doing, Scottie? Claire, lovely to have you with us. Does the name McCLUE exist? Yes, it does. CR. It certainly does. Are you in Still Game? No, I'm not in Still Game, but there is a rumor that I was the original inspiration for Still Game. How good is that, I ask you? Good morning, Scottie. It's been a while. Brandon House, lovely to have you with us. Hi B. Dave says good evening. Good evening, Hi B. Dave, from the stunningly beautiful Pitlochry in Perthshire. Are you going up the Tomna Cry? Are you going up the Moulin Road? Fantastic. That's what it's all about. Sunny Pitlochry is calling you. I need to go there. I miss it. There we are. Who have we got here? Hang on. Hello, you're live on Scottie's Phone In. Who's that?
It's me, it's Davidson. How are you?
Davidson, how are you getting on, la? Am I taking you away from the telly?
No, that's good. I mean, I'm recording it anyway, Scottie. That's okay.
Excellent.
I mean,
well, nowadays, our recording's a different thing, Davey. What's that, Davey?
Carry on, you go first.
No, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon, talking over you there. I remember a recording used to be a big thing. You set your video, and you had to be in the house. Yeah. That was the thing. You had to be in the house, and you set your video. Fantastic stuff. And then nowadays, of course, it's there. You just click the button.
press a wee button, that's it.
Oh, fantastic. And it'll be great. You can watch it forever.
That's right. I'm getting a bit concerned for you and me. And I was like, okay, right, Kieran called the right and I've phoned and the wee Jamie. Tell me about this wee Jamie. It's wee Jamie. I don't know what a boy. No offence.
Oh, I think, no offence at all. I don't think Jamie will take offence. I think Jamie's a boy.
Right, so do I. And he's very smart. He sounds young, whatever. He only speaks for like 2 minutes and then he disappears.
Yes. I mean, when he first came on, I thought, I don't want, too many young people on him. But he talks a lot of sense.
Yeah, of course, because he's talking about independence. Anyway, I'm not really into that. But Kareem talks of independence, right? And it's sometimes it's a bit too much. But anyway, other people keep saying they're going to phone you, and you say, well, there's a number. They're not phoning you. What's wrong with these people?
Well, I don't know. I think maybe, you see, David, what you don't understand, because you're such an excellent caller, and I know you and I had to sort out 1 or 2 wee ground rules at the start, but you're into that now. And not everybody, pardon me, not everybody can pick up a phone and ring a phone in.
Yeah, but people keep saying it's a Kareem and David show. That's not true. Just pick the phone up, people. Come on.
Pick the phone up. Oh, David, 100%. But it's always been the same. What makes me laugh is when people say, okay, I see you with that big show that you do. You're that full of yourself. I say, look, anybody can do what I'm doing. Anybody.
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to keep it going.
I mean, all I did was click a button, and then suddenly the whole world starts phoning.
Because you need company as well. I need company. It's good to talk.
We want to hear everyone's opinion. I mean, surely to goodness, people must have an opinion on the monarchy.
I'm not right. I'm not like the monarchy, but I love what she's done.
Yes, I think she's fantastic. Right. But you see, I had to put a lassie right the day. I saw her on the telly, and she's going, I just don't get it. What's the excitement about these people? What she doesn't understand is nothing to do with the people. We're very lucky that we've had the Queen for 70 years.
Do you know what's really worse? In 1977, the Queen came to Scotland, as you know, right?
Yes, for her Jubilee.
Right, and all West End was full of parties and flags everywhere.
Absolutely.
And John was in the West End today with his wee sister and the children. And there's one street in Partick had a wee host party. The police cut it off. And I think that's strange. West End just take part.
I wonder why that happened.
Well, apparently there's a street down by the corner pub. What was that again? Anyways, the corner pub, and the street was closed off because all the tables were in the middle of the road. It was a Jubilee party for the neighbours. That's okay.
Yes. Well, I think so. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, it would be interesting to see what happened during the war, at the end of the war, with all the street parties.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bit of a shame she didn't get a lot of support in Glasgow.
Well, I think one of the things that's interesting is, if you look at your history books, Davey, the same thing happened. Queen Victoria went into mourning after the death of Prince Albert. Now, that was 1842. She didn't die till January 1901. Right, so that's almost 60 years later. She was on the throne for 60 years. She was actually on the throne for 60. She was on the throne for 63 years. Right? Did I say on the phone there or on the throne? Anyway, she was on the throne for 63. Now, the people get a wee bit wary just because the incumbent of the throne is elderly. Now, those of us that were brought up with the Queen and Prince Philip as two youngsters, they were very exciting people.
There you go.
You know? They were very exciting, and people got very excited.
Manchester today, sorry, I'm butting in there.
No, you're butting. What were you saying?
I was watching the great concert today in Manchester for the Queen as well, and it's fabulous, really. I'm not kidding, brilliant people. And again, but tonight, Camilla Parker Bowles, she's half asleep, watching all the acts.
Well, the soul's probably exhausted with everything that's going on. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, the Queen herself, didn't make the service at St. Paul's. And she was very sorry about that, but she's 96,
Yeah,
David.
she's. I thought she was. I think I said 97. Anyway,
She's in.
What's going to happen to her?
She's in her 97th year.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, I mean, you know, time's not in her favour, but you can't say.
It's not. It's a wee shame.
You know, but you can't say she's not been absolutely outstanding and fantastic.
But Paddy and Bear was serving her tea today in the house. It was funny. Paddy and Bear was serving tea to the Queen.
Yeah, lovely.
Amazing.
Fantastic. So there we are, Paddington Bear. We love it. I saw Paddington Bear dancing with Kate at you know, on a, I think it looked like on a railway platform.
That's amazing. That's amazing, isn't it? Seriously.
Paddington Bear.
The Queen was saying to Paddington Bear said to Queen, "Do you want your toast and marmalade?" She went, "I've got mine in my handbag."
Lovely stuff, Davey. No, it's great fun, and I think just amazing.
Aye, honestly, Scottie, so good. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, and the concerts. Have you got the button to record that in your house?
Yes, I can record all that, and I can see all that later, because I would not miss popping up to say hi to the people in the same way we popped up during the football.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's there because a lot of people out there. Paddington Bear, I know. We'll maybe get Paddington on for an interview.
Yeah, brilliant. Seriously. So that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Well, Davey, it's not the beyond the bounds of possibility. I'm beginning to think we could do with some guests on here now.
Well, maybe we talked about it before.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? You know?
And people would like to hear about them. Do you know what I mean?
Well, get me on.
Well, that's what I was saying. You see, the interesting thing is, my guests are my callers. Fantastic.
Coming like, I don't know, I would just dress up. I would dress up really strange, right? That's that all about.
That's right. We don't mind strange. We do strange. Davey, a joy hearing you, and Dinky do.
Right, sorry, what you saying? Sorry,
I'm just saying, lovely hearing you, and Dinky do, and we'll catch up soon.
You too, son. Right.
Bless you.
Dinky do.
Lots of love, Dinky do. There we are. That's our Davey. Now, Davey's a great call, fantastic, and he's quite right. Nobody should ever criticise the fact that you hear the same callers on here, because anybody can phone in. Get your act together, pick up your phone. Scottie, you should have a statue with your fame and supporters you have from back in the day. Scottie, what does your fan club know about the Queen and their celebration? Gary, they know a lot. I've got 2 billion people know Scottie McCLUE worldwide. That's about a quarter of the world's population. Over 30 years. Fantastic. So there we go. VJ, Dinky Doo. Now, who have we got here? Good evening, Scottie. Good evening. And a very warm welcome to you. I'm watching She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. Legendary John Wayne and legendary John Ford. Angela. A fantastic movie. Tremendous. We love it. She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. It was historically incorrect on so many fronts. What was CR? Ding-doo, dinky-doo, ambassador. She Wore a Yellow Ribbon is a quality show. Absolutely. Rod Stewart's looking good for his years. Rod Stewart is an outstanding performer. We love him. Tremendous. My favourite famous person to come from Scotland. Dinky-doo. CR. I don't know who that was. God save our gracious Queen, says Glasgow Man. Absolutely, Glasgow Man. And I think all of Scotland, and I speak for all of Scotland, every single person, man, woman, and child, when I say we love the Queen. Thank you, Your Majesty, for 70 wonderful years to date. There we are. God save our gracious Queen. Street party in the Brighton. Now on. Fantastic. Lovely. Hello, Mustafa. I like the Queen. She's always been the best of British. Absolutely, Mustafa. There we are. God save our gracious Queen. Good evening, young man. All the best. Les, how lovely to have you with us. All the best to you, I say. Hello, Scottie. Have a good day. I'm just passing through. Scouse says, we love the bones of you. You come and join us any time. And if you're passing through, you take care. That's what I say. We love you. Hi, Mr. Hi, Benson. Just became a top viewer, Les. Les has sent me a beautiful red rose. Benson says, Cardinal winning. Tom winning. What a lovely man he was. Yes, indeed. I remember him very well. And he was a big Scottie McCLUE listener. Did you know that? And I can tell you that. Someone asked about the movie Braveheart. I was saying it was historically incorrect. Ukulele, oh yes. Yes, no, it's not. There's a bit of artistic license would be the right way to put that. Fantastic. Tad late, but good evening, Neil O'Gormley. You're very, very welcome anytime. Guys, you can dip in and out of Scottie McCLUE. It's so good of you. When you come on, people apologize. Sorry, I'm late. La, da, 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 blah, blah, blah. All that kind of stuff. But really, you're very, very welcome anytime because this is the world's top talk show. It needs to get out there a bit. I need to get out there a bit, but we will get there. It's up to every single one of you, whether you're on TikTok, on YouTube Live, whether you're on Twitch. I would love some of you to go on Twitch at Scottie_McCLUE and tell people like it is. So there you are. That would be fantastic. If you're on LinkedIn Live, if you're on Facebook Live, and we're broadcasting right now on all these platforms. Tremendous stuff. We love you. Benson, I thank you. We love you. When I hear the word Benson, I think of RAF Benson. You know, tremendous stuff. As a little boy, I used to go down to my aunt in Wallingford, my aunt. And my aunt in Wallingford, Auntie Jean, and I would borrow my cousin's trike. I was 36 at the time. No, only teasing. I was about maybe 3 or 4. And I can remember old Halifaxes and things like that shooting over my head. Tremendous. And I said to my aunt, there was a big plane and it was very low. And she said, oh, yes, it would be landing at Benson. RAF Benson. That's seen a bit of action in its time, I can tell you. Dinky do the new. Does anybody know RAF Benson? If you have, come on and tell the tale. Dinky do the new. Eddie Doyle. What a privilege to have you with us. It always is. Eddie's down in Newmarket in Cambridgeshire, where the racing happens. Oh, good afternoon. Welcome to Newmarket. There we are, the runners and riders for the afternoon. Benson is my cat. Wow, Benson. We love it. The sequel to Braveheart was a bit cheesy. It was called Braveheart. Braveheart. Very good. I see what you just did there. Tremendous stuff. Thank you, Eddie. Very much appreciated. So there we are. And welcome to Neil. Neil is an outstanding performer. Lovely to have you all with us, guys. If you've just joined us, remember that you are watching Scottie McCLUE, the first lord of the internet, the world's top broadcaster, the world's most humble man. I know the Jubilee concert is going on as we speak, but I think it's very important that I popped up and kept my appointment with not just one nation, but with all nations. How art thou, Sir Scottie McCLUE? Eddie, give us a call. The phone lines are open, and we'll have a wee chat for a minute or two. Shout out for wee Ava. She remembered you from last time. Angela, dinky doo. Hello, wee Ava. Dinky doo-la from Scottie McCLUE. There we are. Follow us as soon as you can. Robbie Hunter. What a thoroughly decent human being. Following Scottie McCLUE live. If you're watching on the YouTube, do subscribe. It's very, very important. We've only got another 15 minutes. Scottie, there was a pipe band here in Newmarket yesterday. It touched my heart. I wonder what band it was, Eddie. So there we are. Dinky-doo. Sorry, Scotty, I'm out and about. I can't call. Sorry, Scotty. Eddie, you never, ever, ever, ever need to apologise on here. So lovely to have you with us. How are you, Mads Dinky Doo? I remember American comedy called Soap. One family had a butler called Benson. You're absolutely right, Kulelo. And Benson was a person of colour. Am I right? There we are. Beam me up, Scotty. God save the Queen. FN News. Dinky Doo. Fantastic. Can I go live with you? Call us in if you want for a chat. Tar for giving me a mention. Not at all, Robbie Hunter. You are a thoroughly decent human being. Thank you for following. Every human being with an internet connection should either be subscribing to Scottie McClue's YouTube channel, which is Scottie McClue, Voice of the World, radio talk show. I requested it. I'm from the Isle of Arran originally. Aha! There we are. I see you're correct. He had his own spin-off show later. Kulelio. Is that not amazing? Scotty, it was Glen Morriston Pipe Band for the Jubilee celebration. An excellent band. Well done, Eddie. Thank you. Can you accept my request to go live with you? Guess the equals. You can give me a call. That's what it's about. That would be brilliant. I know you can't see the number, but I can give it to you. 01416289795. Epic Jamie's come on. Hello, big man. Hello, Jamie. We were just talking about you earlier. Here we got here. Hang on a second. You're watching Scottie McClue, guys. You're live in Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Oh, hello, me hearty. I just wondered about your thoughts on Flash bathroom cleaner.
On BAFTA? Did you say?
Flash bathroom cleaner.
Oh, well, we don't talk about products on here, Jamie. You wouldn't mention products or names of individuals like that. So I wouldn't actually give you an opinion on that. But Dinky Doo. Fantastic stuff. Scotty, have you seen the true story, the Scottish movie on YouTube called Stone of Destiny? No, but I would like a look at that because there was a very interesting episode surrounding the Stone of Destiny, the Stone of Scone. There we are. Fantastic. Wonderful. And out there at Scone Palace. That's what we like. Now then, what do we got? The Queen, she got a new horse. Yes, is that right? Please, I'm so bored. I guess equals never, ever, ever, ever be bored. I only once in my life told my mother I was bored. I wasn't really, but I thought I'd try it because it was something young people just say. I'm bored and all that stuff. And she gave me a duster and made me clean the house. So do be careful, I say to you. What do we got here? Hello, you're live with Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Scotty, you ever had like a concept, like a bad translation? That wasn't me you called up most recently.
All right, that's no problem at all. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, I can't be having some wrong and displaying my relationship with the great Scotty.
No, don't you worry about that, Jamie. I understand. Well done for calling, La. Top man.
Yeah. Also, just to hear your voice, great Scotty. I mean, you're such a great guy.
Yes, and so are you, and I say to you, Dinky Doo.
Oh, Dinky Doo to you, obviously.
Obviously.
I'll back up later,
Yep,
say.
yep, and Dinky Doo, and thank you for that, because it just keeps everything right.
Yes, I'll keep everything right. I might have to call up this guy to tarnish my relationship.
No, there's nothing tarnished at all.
Oh, thank God I was in a heart attack there.
There we are. No, do not, please. And Dinky Doo, look after yourself. Ta-da-la!
Yes. Ta-da-la!
Ta-da-la! There we are. That's our Jamie. That wasn't Jamie that called. So there we have it. Now then, what have we got here? Full-length movie is on YouTube. Yes, indeed. Right, we'll have a look at that, I tell you. Scotty, you are the man, says FN News, Dinky Doo. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hey, numpty, the Queen's equal, not her subject.
Well, I don't think anybody's ever called you anything. Even a subject, you would still be equal.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, the royals are human beings. So there you have it. That's the thing. And these are the things that idiots don't understand. They go, hey, she's no better than me. You think, who said she was?
Aye.
You see? So there you are. But you're not one of these idiots, Numpty Head.
Oh, no, Scottie, not at all.
You're very switched on.
I'm very switched on. Now then, listen, Scottie, how should we celebrate 80 years on the throne? Have we thought that far ahead?
Well, I don't know that we're planning. I think we're busy with the 70 years on the throne. But 80 years on the throne would make Her Majesty 107.
Aye, well, they live that long these days, these royals.
Oh, yes, people live. I mean, her mother was almost 102.
Aye.
You know, so I mean, aye, it's good stuff, and we love the Queen Mother.
Well, listen, the Queen's had 12 birthdays a year, so does that not make her 180?
Ah, I see where you're coming from. Yes, Numpty Head.
Very old.
So if you add it up, yes, but there is her proper birthday, which is April. Is it April the 21st or the 23rd? I can't remember. So our first one, Elizabeth Alexandra Mary, and she was born in April 1926. And then her official birthday is usually June, with the Trooping of the Colour.
Absolutely. Now then, did she get birthday cards on both occasions, do you wonder?
I don't know about that. She'll certainly get birthday cards in April.
Aye.
Now, I don't know when she's 100. I don't know if she gets a telegram from herself.
Maybe aye, maybe not.
There's an idiot. You see, hang on a minute, Numpty. Here's a half-wit. A half-witted idiot. Play for questions. Parasites. Now, he knows nothing about the monarchy, or you would never, ever, ever say parasites. The monarchy bring us in so much money and contribute so much to the exchequer. You would never, ever say that. So that guy's bonkers. Galileo says, why does the Queen have 2 birthdays? I think it goes a way back. And I think that one of the birthdays, the official one, was the genuine birthday of one of the monarchs.
Aye. Anyways, I'm just back from the Braid Hills with the dog.
There's play 4 again. I mean, what a dafty. Feed the poor. Whether we had a monarchy or not, doesn't feed the poor. I mean, most of Africa has got 0 monarchy. Are they feeding the poor? Most of India has got 0 monarchy. Are they feeding the poor? So I think that Play for Questions needs to get his act together. Feed yourself, says Glasgow Man. Absolutely dinky-doo, says Big 420.
Yeah, right, Scottie, take a breath. Hold on.
Sorry.
Now, you know how the planes have been getting cancelled all week, Scottie?
Yes.
Do you not think that's a good thing for the climate? You know, blah, 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 blah.
Well, I mean, I think the climate would be a lot the better when the planes were cancelled during the COVID outbreak. But I have to say, you know, I think we need to get back to rebuilding our economy. I mean, the real culprit in this is not the pandemic, it's Brexit.
No, the culprit here is the airlines for sacking their staff. Now they've no staff to deal with it. The holiday makers...
That's your problem, because people are not going to come back. They'll have got better jobs.
They're telling them you have to come 5 hours now before your plane leaves, and then 10 minutes before their duty board, they'll tell your flight's cancelled.
Oh, I know that says bad news is bad news, but there it goes. But I mean, I don't bother now flying anywhere. I used to love flying from Glasgow to London.
Ah, in your private helicopter. No,
you know, fantastic. Oh, you're an awful man. You've got such a wee green-eyed monster in there, Numpty Head.
Scottie, before I go.
Go on, La.
I was laughing my head off at David asking if Jamie was a laddie or a lassie, you know?
Yes, he's a laddie, is our Jamie.
And you're allowed to ask these questions these days.
Oh, yes, you can ask all these sort of things. But the only thing is, I would be very interested to know what the woke brigade have done with lad and lassie. And I would be very interested to know what the woke brigade have done with quine and loon.
Well, listen, they changed laddie and lassie to a person, so David should have said...
No. A laddie or a lassie is a laddie or a lassie. You can't change it to a person. We need to pull these people out into an open forum. We need to get them on here explaining themselves.
I think your head's full of mints, Scottie.
Yeah, your head's full of mints, Numpty. Away you go. A dinky do. Professor Numpty. There we go. Scottie, you're the man. Dinky do. Oh, Eddie Doyle, Peter Mullen, what an outstanding actor. Good night, Scottie. Good night, Susan. Lovely having you with us. And dinky do, I say. And now, who we got here? Play for Question goes on about colonised Africa. Yes, and brought a lot to the party. I mean, the British were very good at taking over countries and occupying them and running them. But they weren't so good at leaving. That's the problem. You tell them, boy, Robbie Hunter, I shall. Fantastic. That's what it's all about. Planes cancelled, says Galileo. Yeah, there's a lot of flights cancelled. London's buzzing tonight. London calling. Lovely to have you with us from London. And dinky do in town tonight. The USA, Dublin, Holland has similar issues. Not Brexit at all. No. No, but Brexit did for us, Angela. The USA was never ever involved in the European setup. Kareem sending me beautiful gifts. Kareem, what a top man. I said to you, I'm in Spain, and I got through the terminal in 1 hour yesterday. Coelho, how amazing. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that? Yeah.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello. There's been some imposters among us of people trying to imitate me, calling you up to tarnish my name.
Yeah, well, they'll never ever do that, so don't you worry about that lot. Fantastic. Now, there we go. Tremendous. Now, who we got here? Of course, again, everybody's got a plastic flag. Well, JD, are you waving your sixpenny flag? There we are. Hello, you're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Oh, hello. It's
Where you go. Right, a lot of nonsense going on here. Excuse me, where did we fat Bob go? I don't know, Robbie. I never ever heard anything of him after Scotch FM. So there we have it. So who knows? Kareem, thank you for your beautiful gifts, GGs, tennis, mini speakers, TikToks. Just incredible. And Kareem, surprise, surprise, you've just become a top viewer. Is that not beautiful, guys? I tell you, what a fantastic show it's been tonight. I can tell you that. And remember, you know, we are, we're not competing, because I think people will have been multitasking and watching Scottie McClue while watching the Jubilee concert on the telly. And from that point of view, I am delighted. I think that's fantastic. Now then, here we got here. Hello, you're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
It appears one of the wee trolls has tried to intercept our
Well,
conversation.
don't you worry about wee trolls. We'll not be having them on here. Good night, says the wonderful Oliver Wills. Good night, Oliver. Good night, Kareem. Sleep well, says Susan. Scottie, there are some imitators. I know, Jamie. Don't worry about that. Night, Susan, and also the wonderful Kareem. Fantastic stuff. Now, I think we're going to have to go. I'll say good night to our beautiful TikTokers. We'll just stop this nonsense happening. There we are. And we'll say good night to our beautiful TikTokers. Good night to every single one of you. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's been an absolute blast. Night, TikTokers. Beautiful people. There we are. That's our lovely TikTokers. They have pushed off. Now then, to our lovely, lovely YouTubers, our Facebookers, our LinkedIners live, and our Twitchers. I hope there were some Twitchers tonight. Guys, follow me on Twitch at Scottie_McClue. Thank you for joining us. Join us every Saturday night, 9 o'clock sharp. Be there or be square. I say to you, thank you to our wonderful callers, and thank you to all of you watching throughout the world. This is Scottie McCLUE saying good night, God bless, dinky-doo to you. Ta-ra, lads. Stick your tongue out.